Well, hello there, guys and gals of YouTube world. It is Wednesday, November 24th. Yep, it's the day before Thanksgiving. This year, Thanksgiving is going to be very quiet for the missus and I. No kids will be here, no family. So we have nothing special planned. But my goal is to go take a weekly trip to a beach, so maybe tomorrow will be the day I go. And I have no idea. Down here in Florida, who knows? It'll probably be semi-quiet. I still remember being in Puerto Rico. I spent 3 years in Puerto Rico, except for when I deployed once for 4 months. But we got there, I think, in November 1990, I think it was. I got a plaque somewhere with the dates on it, but I think it was 1990. Yes, it was. And that wasn't Thanksgiving. Correction there. We got there, I think, after Thanksgiving. To Puerto Rico. It could have been the very beginning of December, but on Christmas Day, we went to the beach. It was Luquillo Beach, L-U-Q-U-I-L-L-O, Luquillo Beach, near Ceiba, Fajardo, Luquillo Beach. Some of you may be familiar with Puerto Rico, I don't know. But I remember we walked that beach, and it was like nobody there. And we're like, wow, we got the entire beach to ourselves, because normally it was packed. And it was just because we didn't know anybody. We were new there. I was in the Navy, but we didn't know anybody. We didn't have any kids. So we just went to the beach. So we may do that tomorrow. We'll see. There's plenty of beaches around here to choose from. So we shall see. Anyway, as always, subscribe to my channel and like the videos, please. But I'm responding to a viewer's question or comment. It's I think a semi-long time viewer. I don't know a whole lot about them, so I'm going to have to generalize on some stuff, and I'm not answering directly to them anyway, because I do not give specific advice to anyone. I will talk more about what Mazske would do, because Mazske is not a CPA, he's not a financial advisor, he's not an attorney. He does not give advice. He gives his opinion on things he might do himself. But the comment was something to the effect of they're looking for their first rental property. They're investing in individual stocks. And their spare time, because they work, their spare time is focused on individual stocks and looking for real estate. And their question was, should they stop focusing, if I understand it correctly, stop focusing on individual stocks, just put the money in an index fund to better focus on real estate. And what I don't know, and this is just general advice, and I want to say my opinion on certain things. I'm not telling anybody what to do. Remember, keep in mind, the stock market is volatile. It's not as volatile as crypto, but it is volatile. Any money you may need in the next 3 to 5 years, 3, 4, or 5 years, any money you may need if you're saving up for something, do not keep it in the stock market. That is advice that the Motley Fool will give. You can pull up their website and find it. They'll say if you are planning to buy your first house, you're planning to buy a car, you're saving money for whatever, and you're going to need it in the next couple years, 3, 4, 5 years. Do not invest it, not even in an index fund, because when the day comes when you need it, maybe when the market's dropping. You just don't know, okay? You can't predict the market. So for this person, my opinion, it's not my advice, I'm just talking. If I was this person, knowing what I know now, because what I don't know is how much money does this person already have saved up towards a down payment on rental property. I personally believe rental property is a better route to go than investing in stocks, even though I was a stock investor for many, many, many years. And I had some great returns. Knowing what I know now, if I could start over, I would have 100% focused on real estate to get going. Especially if I didn't have my first. I would take all the money I was making that I was saving, I would not put it into the stock market. I would have it in a high interest savings account or something to that effect, to save the money up for that first down payment on the rental property. I would probably get in my second rental house, my third rental house, maybe my fourth and my fifth. And then once I got some rental property, I had cash flow coming in, because you figure I'm still working a job, and this is all knowing what I know now. Maybe I'll put some money into the stock market. How do I say this? What's the best way to say it? People think that to buy individual stocks, you got to spend a lot of time on it. You don't. My personal opinion is go to the Motley Fool. Let them do the heavy work. Let them pick the stocks. They have basic services. They have expensive services. If you want them to design a portfolio for you, not you individually, but just a portfolio, there are services that will cost several $1,000s, and they will build a portfolio out that you can copy because you're paying them several $1,000s. One of the flagship services is Stock Advisor. It's like you can get a coupon for like $99, but normally it's $199 for a year. It's money worth spending. You do not have to spend any time then studying stocks. Just once a week, you read what they send out. They might send out the best buys for Team Tom, Team David. Each Team Tom, Team David will pick one stock a month. A recommendation for a stock could be one they recommended previously or a brand new company. The best buys are the top 5 buys that they recommend for extra money in that given month. So you can spend minimal time. In a week's time, you could spend 30 minutes for a week or an hour for an entire week just reading what they have put out for that week, and that's all you need to know about stocks. And over time, you're going to learn a lot of stuff, okay? But it's not complicated. But again, if I wanted to get involved with rental property, I think I would focus all of my effort, except for that, if I was making a ton of money, I'd put a little bit into stocks. But if I was lower middle class, I was a cop. I was in the Navy to begin with. In the Navy, if I had started this, I had a little extra money, especially before my kids were born. I had a little extra money. I would have 100% focused strictly on real estate to get going, because real estate, the beauty of real estate is it gives me that positive cash flow. It gives me money in my pocket. Stocks do not put money in your pocket unless you sell the stock or you collect dividends. If you collect dividends, they may be 2, 3, 4, 5%. You may buy Chevron or ExxonMobil, they're up 4, 5, 6% dividend. Okay, but if you have a small amount of money, that dividend is not a lot. Okay. And you don't hold money in those stocks to save for a down payment, because the stock price can go up and down, okay? So if you're trying to save money, you don't save it just in stocks. But me being me, knowing what I know now, I would have changed things. I would not have been investing in mutual funds and individual stocks for all those years. I would have tried to have bought rental property from day one. And I would have started when I was 20 years old, because I bought 5.5 acres when I was like 20 years old. Knowing what I know now, I would have bought a rental house then. And then I would have bought a second one whenever I could have afforded it. And maybe it would take me 5 years to get 2 or get 3, but by then I'm 25 and I got 2 or 3 rental houses. And the next 5 years, maybe I get 5 or 6, because then I'm getting established, my family's getting going. Okay, but so maybe I slow down, but with that positive cash flow, I can save up and buy more. So I'm not giving any, I'm sorry, I'm just thinking on this. I'm not giving anyone any direct personal advice. It's just what Mazske would do. Mazske would sort of forget about the stock market. Mazske, I think, would 100% focus on real estate. That's what he would do if he was starting over. Yes, there's going to be stress in real estate. Yes, there's going to be some heartburn. Yes, you're going to deal with some bad stuff. You're going to have some bad tenants. But if you're young and you're working a job and you got an income coming in, you're saving up money, you got reserve money to weather those storms. But once that portfolio crosses a certain line, especially if you're working a job, if you're working a job and you got 5 to 10 rental properties, your cash flow is so much better than just the job by itself, because you got all this extra money coming in. You can weather storms. You should have enough income to weather tenants not paying you rent. And you ride out the storm. Better days are ahead. And then next thing you know, you're at 15, you're at 20, you're at 25, and so on and so on. And next thing you know, you're 40 years old and you're retiring. And you're making whatever the income is for that. I don't know how far in the future that is, but you're making, say, 6 figures. Somewhere in those 6 figures, that's how much you're making. That's what I would do. Once you make it, once you get it, like right now, let's say I'm there with my rental property. I'm not rich, I'm not wealthy, but I'm there. I'm lean financial independence. Now I'm branching out more. I'm branching out into oil, I'm branching out into mineral rights, and I'm dabbling in crypto. Okay, I do like crypto. I like the every 8 hours, it's giving me something. Now, if that crypto price goes down, yes, I'm not really making money, but if the crypto price goes up and now I have a larger amount of coins, not fractional coins, but a large amount of coins, I like that. It's fun to watch. I've never had an investment quite like this, but I do not recommend going into crypto 100% fully, especially if you're young like the young folks are doing. Start with real estate. Build up your real estate portfolio. If you want to buy some stocks, fine. Index funds, I'm not a big... Tom Gardner will tell you, if you do not want to spend any time on stocks, put your money in an index fund. Write it out for the next 35 to 40 years with that index fund. You do the market average. If I'm going to put my money into stocks, I'm going to buy individual stocks. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let the Motley Fool do the heavy lifting for me. Let them do the research. Let them find the cloud stocks. Let them find the value stocks. Let them find the growth stocks that are selling at a good price. I'm going to let them do the heavy lifting for me. And then I will use my brain up here to read what they got, the information they put out. And I would selectively choose the stocks that I like. That's what I would do. But I would focus 100% on real estate to get that portfolio growing, because in 10 years, you can be financially independent with real estate. If you watch my channel and learn from it, and watch other channels and read some books, you can become financially independent on real estate within 10 years. Can you do it? I think you can. All right. Hopefully that helps someone out there. Mazske is signing out.